Oh man, what a wonderful day. Just glad to be walking out of this bathroom and looking at my robot and my wife. Jeez. Good morning. Oh, thanks. What a wonderful day. Nothing could possibly ruin this. Meanwhile, in the war room. What a good war. Everything seems to be going fine. Anything to do other than just walk around and live my wonderful day-to-day life as a human on this beautiful planet that we call Earth, teeming with life and not a nuclear wasteland. Boy, do I love war in the morning. Good way to wake up the spirits. Great, now there's a child crying. Seems like we're in DEFCON 1 now. Huh. Well, that's not very good. Go bother with the baby, you robot slave. Their navy seems to be getting awfully close. Hey, sometimes I wonder, why does my subconscious sound differently than my real voice? I mean, listen to me.
I believe it's almost Halloween.
That's not me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. No, 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 no. I wish I could talk sometimes. Sometimes I wish I could just talk whenever, but it seems like I can't. Oh god, they've launched everywhere. Oh hey, a crying baby. Hello there, little child. Have my hand. Oh dear god.
Mom, you should come and see this.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, gee. Sounds like something bad's gonna happen.
Yes, followed by flashes, blinding flashes, sounds of explosions. We're trying to get confirmation.
What?
We seem to have lost
What did
contact
he
with our
say?
affiliate stations.
Oh,
We
no.
do have coming in. That's confirmed reports. I repeat, confirmed reports of nuclear detonations in New York and Pennsylvania.
Everything is being nuked.
Residents of Sanctuary
Well,
Hills.
that doesn't sound good. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I knew it was coming to this. Oh, jeez. If only we disabled those nukes. Well, it couldn't get any worse. Oh, Jesus. Well, at least it's... Oh, it's bigger than my thumb. Nuclear disarmament is a touchy subject, though here are 3 viewpoints that may change your mind.
In the past, us humans have come very close to nuclear annihilation. From computer malfunctions to human error, to even simple things as bureaucratic error. These numerous events have gotten us humans closer to extinction than anything else in human history. Such as in October 1962, the US and the USSR came to the brink of nuclear war during the Cuban Missile Crisis. It might have been the most famous example, but the crisis wasn't the only time the Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union almost went hot. The two nations remained locked in a standoff for the next 30 years, and the tension was often punctuated by moments of sheer terror when equipment failures, botched spy missions, war games, and other misunderstandings nearly resulted in nuclear retaliation. On October 27, 1962, an American spy plane took off from Alaska en route to a routine reconnaissance mission near the North Pole, but it was thrown off course because of the northern lights and soon drifted into Soviet territory. Because of the situation in Cuba still rested on a knife edge, the pilot tour carried the possibility of catastrophic consequences. Soon the Soviets took action. Worried that the plane might carry a nuclear bomb, the Soviets scrambled several MiG fighter jets and sent them on a course to destroy the intruding aircraft. The Air Force responded by dispatching 2 F-102 fighters armed with nuclear-tipped missiles to shepherd the spy plane back home. Any confrontation between the two groups of aircraft could have potentially ended in all-out war. The same day, an incident aboard a Soviet submarine might stand as the closest the world has ever come to nuclear war. On October 27, 1962, at the height of the Cuban Missile Crisis, the American destroyer, the USS Beale, began dropping depth charges on nuclear-armed Soviet submarine B-59, which was lurking near the U.S. blockade around Cuba. The charges were non-lethal warning shots intended to force the B-59 to surface. but the submarine captain mistook them as live explosives. Convinced he was witnessing the opening salvo of World War III, the captain angrily ordered his men to arm the sub's lone nuclear-tipped torpedoes and prepare for attack. Inside the sub, there were 3 commanding officers, and they all had to give consent before able to launch. 2 had decided to launch, but 1 didn't. Because of the actions of 1 man, the world was possibly saved from global destruction. By the late 70s, both the United States and the Soviets relied on computer systems to detect possible nuclear attacks. But while the new technology was more sophisticated, it also came with a fresh set of risks in the form of false alarms and glitches. The most famous of these errors occurred at Colorado's North American Aerospace Defense Command, or NORAD, on the morning of November 9, 1979. The technicians at the site received an urgent alert that the Soviets had launched a barrage of missiles at North America. Convinced a nuclear attack was imminent, the U.S. Air Defense Program scrambled 10 interceptor fighter planes, ordered the President's Doomsday plane to take off, and Launch Control prepared its missiles for a retaliatory attack. It turned out to be a false alarm, as earlier in the day, a technician had accidentally run a training program simulating a Soviet attack on the United States. This would not be the last time a computer issue had led to a nuclear scare. Computer chip failures would later lead to 3 more false alarms in the following year.
Nuclear weapons are not ethical. The use of such weapons could lead to the mass extinction of human race, many environmental effects on overall total destruction and chaos. People that survive a nuclear attacks do not want to live. After the United States nuked Japan, many survivors were found. Their skin were burned to the bone. Some of them had no eyes and they looked like corpses. Most of them couldn't walk. All they could do is lay in the rubble of flattened buildings, groaning and begging for the sweet release of death. Many of the survivors did not last more than a few days, but a few did, and those who did really didn't have a happy life again. Most of them were blind and crippled, suffering from heavy radiation poisoning, horrible infections from their entire body, being a huge wound. Nuclear bombs kill many people instantly, but it doesn't kill all of them all. It was calculated that 200,000 people had died as a result of the bomb in Hiroshima, and another 140,000 in Nagasaki. Nearly all were civilians. Over 226,598 people survived attacks, and the majority of them never had a normal life again.
Nuclear weapons have done great works for us humans. You can say they have prevented war and have saved some lives. But the threat of a world-ending scenario is not okay. If one little mistake were to happen and no one was able to prevent it, the result would be catastrophic. If nuclear weapons were to be used en masse, then the coming fallout would drive the world into a nuclear winter, starting the next ice age that would be the end of the human race. We need to start disarming more nuclear weapons. As it stands, we humanity have too many nuclear weapons, and if we want to survive in the future, we need to eliminate them. We can't help though. We can take this threat off of our list. We just need to speak up. Get involved. There are many programs that speak against the stockpile of nuclear weapons, like COND. They hold rallies all the time. If enough people were to get involved, surely something will change.